Dr. Shaler S. Philbrick. Dr. Shaler S. Philbrick spent 30 years working for the Pittsburgh District of the Corps of Engineers. Dr. Philbrick was involved with many interesting projects, including the site selection, planning, investigation, and construction of 10 major flood control dams built in the Upper Ohio River Basin in order to protect Pittsburgh and other downstream cities. The dams varied from concrete gravity structures to earth embankments, as well as combinations of the two. His work has advanced our understanding of cyclic sedimentary rocks, rock slopes, landslide investigations, and coal mine subsidence. Shaler S. Philbrick was born on May 11, 1908 in Columbia, Missouri. He received an A.B. in geology in 1930 at DePaul University and completed his Ph.D. at Johns Hopkins University in 1934. His doctoral dissertation, Contact Metamorphism, involved mapping 120 square miles in the dense woods of central Maine. His geologic mapping identified contact metamorphism with a three-zoned aureole completely surrounding the Pluton. This aroused such interest that it was included in Turner's classic textbook, Metamorphic Petrology. In 1934, Dr. Philbrick was employed by the U.S. Geological Survey and Soil Conservation Service. In 1935, he joined the Corps of Engineers at Bluestone Dam. In 1936, and for the next 30 years, Dr. Philbrick was with the Pittsburgh District Corps of Engineers. Philbrick later taught at Cornell University and received emeritus professor status in 1972. Some of his major projects included the Youghiogheny Dam, the Kinzua Dam, Pittsburgh's Veterans Hospital, many locks and dams, and work for the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. The Youghiogheny Dam, a 180-foot structure, began in 1939. It was constructed of processed earth and rock from the 300-foot deep spillway cut. Unique in its time, it required detailed stability evaluations as well as drainage of the interbedded shales and sandstones. The Kinzua Dam was also a very interesting project. By applying the unique geology to the site, the design of this 177-foot-high dam on the Allegheny River resulted in substantial cost savings. This combination, earth-filled and concrete gravity dam, included the first permanent cut-off concrete wall to bedrock beneath the dam built using the ICOS method in the United States. Pittsburgh's Veterans Administration Hospital was a unique project. The site was undermined by a 5 to 6 foot thick Pittsburgh coal seam at a depth of approximately 100 feet. This posed a significant subsidence risk to the 20-story building planned for above. The site was stabilized by using cement grout to fill the mine voids, and the building foundations were supported on shale using drilled, belled piers that penetrated weathered rock. Now to the rivers. Post-war navigation facilities in the Upper Ohio River Basin were quite inadequate. Dr. Philbrick investigated and helped design and construct 9 navigation locks and dams on the Ohio and Monongahela rivers. Rocks in these major valleys were faulted and required detailed stratigraphic analyses to determine adequate foundation levels for the locks and the dams. Dr. Philbrick was also a consultant to the Advisory Committee on Reactor Safeguards for the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. This was not an easy job. Fault lines along the passive Atlantic margin in the east have great depth of weathering and soil formation, so they require different techniques than those used for the West Coast faults. Philbrick used the New Madrid event of 1811 and 1812 and the Charleston event of 1886 as resources for these studies. As the need for safe sites to dispose of nuclear waste increased, Dr. Philbrick's expertise was called upon to review numerous site investigations. Dr. Philbrick generously contributed to many scientific and technical organizations. He was a founder and president of the Pittsburgh Geological Society. He received the Claire P. Holdridge Award from AEG for his paper Kinzua Dam and the Glacial Foreland. He was a representative on what is now the Joint Committee on Engineering Geology of ASCE, GSA, and AEG. He served as a chairman of GSA's Engineering Geology Division and was recipient of the division's Distinguished Practice Award. A charter member of the American Institute of Professional Geologists, he served on several Highway Research Board committees, including the committee that guided preparation of Special Report 29, Landslides in Engineering Practice. Further, Dr. Philbrick was selected as an honorary member of AEG, and in his acceptance remarks, he said, "Let us always bear in mind our duty to provide factual information and to call the shots as we see them, even if this runs counter to the views and desires of our employers. An honest geologist is the first requirement now and in the future." Shaler S. Philbrick, through his distinguished practice, teaching, and writing, has set an outstanding example of professional excellence in engineering geology. We are pleased to remember and recognize Dr. Philbrick here today.